We're joined now by Peter Emerson. He served as a senior advisor to former U.S. President Jimmy Carter and in every Democratic presidential campaign since 1972. Peter, thanks so much for joining us. I just have to ask if you've ever seen a campaign like this, where outsiders on the fringes of their parties, particularly Trump, have made it this far in the primaries.
I've never seen anything like this for a number of reasons, including the one you just mentioned.
Because they really are party outsiders, Sanders and Trump.
They certainly are, but they're merely conduits for the vast and very deep fear and anger that's sweeping America and has been resident for some time. I just wrote a piece for the Huffington Post on exactly that emotion that is driving this election in a way I've never seen in my 40 years in politics.
So what do you make of the state of the Republican Party and the fact that a man most of the insiders just can't stand has swept up the vast majority of the party's delegates?
I think we're in the Kim Kardashian age of politics. That is, it's all about marketing and celebrity. But more than that, because it would diminish what Trump has accomplished and is likely to become the nominee of the party, he's not only a conduit for this fear and anger that's swept America and this feeling of pervasive, almost hopelessness, he's also been able to say in an aspirational way, I can fix it. And no one else has quite been able to do that. Donald Trump talks about America, whereas Bernie Sanders is talking about very specific issues, but it's all about government and what the government can do. Donald Trump is simply saying, I can do it.
He talks about America, but he also talks about the electoral system itself. He keeps repeating this line that the system is corrupt and the system is broken. Is that getting him the voters, and do you think he's right?
Well, this week we've seen the absolute proof that the system is rigged because Kasich and Cruz have decided to collude, using a word that Trump is using now on a daily basis. It's certainly, I can't think of anything more positive for Donald Trump than this seemingly Hitler-Stalin non-aggression pact, to use history as an example. It has done more for Donald Trump than any singular act in the last several weeks. It's extraordinary. I've just never seen or heard of anything like this.
So just as for today's primaries, I mean, is there anything to be said for them other than that they will probably cement the leaders in their positions?
I think you're right, that for both Clinton and for Trump, these 5 primaries will cement their forward movement. It's very, very likely both are going to be the nominees of the party, particularly Hillary Clinton. And I really don't see anything standing in the way of either of them right now.
Okay, Peter Emerson, we're going to have to leave it there. I'd like to thank you so much for joining us with your insights from Washington.